Please use these manipulation techniques responsibly. How to win friends and influence people. Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People is a timeless guide to building positive relationships and influencing others. First published in 1936, the book remains relevant due to its core principles of empathy, kindness, and effective communication. Carnegie outlines a series of lessons that enable readers to make others feel valued, respected, and understood, key elements for winning friends and influencing people. This comprehensive guide will delve into the book's main principles, offering practical applications and insights into how they can be incorporated into daily life. Part 1: Fundamental Techniques in Handling People. 1. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Criticism often leads to resentment, as no one enjoys being told they're wrong. Instead of criticizing others, try to understand their point of view. Example: rather than saying, "You always do this wrong," try, "I understand where you're coming from, but could we look at this another way?" 2. Give honest and sincere appreciation. Everyone craves appreciation. When you give genuine praise, it motivates people and encourages them to keep up the good work. Example: instead of saying, "You did okay," try, "Your hard work really paid off. Thank you for your dedication." 3. Arouse in the other person an eager want. The best way to motivate others is by helping them see how your suggestions align with their own goals. Example: instead of saying, "I need this done now," try, "By completing this quickly, you'll be able to focus on more important tasks sooner." Part 2: 6 Ways to Make People Like You. 1. Become genuinely interested in other people. Show a sincere interest in others. People appreciate those who are curious about them and their lives. Example: instead of talking about yourself in a conversation, ask the other person about their hobbies or interests. 2. Smile. A smile can be one of the most powerful tools to make others feel comfortable and welcomed. Example: when greeting someone, make sure to offer a warm smile. It sets a positive tone for the interaction. 3. Remember that a person's name is, to that person, the sweetest sound in any language. Calling someone by their name shows that you value them and have taken the time to remember who they are. Example: instead of saying, "Hey, you," try, "Hi, John. It's great to see you." 4. Be a good listener. Encourage others to talk about themselves. People love to talk about themselves. Give them space to share their stories, and they'll appreciate your interest. Example: when someone shares a story, actively listen and ask follow-up questions like, "How did that make you feel?" 5. Talk in terms of the other person's interests. People are drawn to conversations about topics they enjoy. Focus on their interests to build rapport. Example: if someone is passionate about travel, ask about their favorite destinations and future travel plans. 6. Make the other person feel important, and do it sincerely. Everyone wants to feel valued. Show genuine appreciation for the other person's qualities and contributions. Example: instead of a generic compliment, say, "Your attention to detail on this project really made a difference." Part 3: Win people to your way of thinking. 1. The only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. Arguments rarely result in a positive outcome. It's better to avoid them and seek common ground instead. Example: instead of saying, "You're wrong," try, "I see things differently, but let's explore both perspectives." 2. Show respect for the other person's opinions. Never say, "You're wrong." Telling someone they're wrong puts them on the defensive. Instead, respect their viewpoint even if you disagree. Example: instead of bluntly saying, "That's incorrect," try, "That's an interesting perspective. Have you considered this other approach?" 3. If you're wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically. When you make a mistake, owning up to it immediately can disarm potential conflicts and build trust. Example, if you've missed a deadline, say, I missed the deadline, and I take full responsibility. Let's find a solution. 4. Begin in a friendly way. A friendly tone can diffuse tension and lead to more productive conversations. Example, start a meeting with, I really appreciate everyone's effort on this project. Let's work together to make it even better. 5. Get the other person saying yes, yes immediately. Start by finding common ground. When the other person agrees with you early on, they're more likely to continue agreeing. Example, instead of diving into a disagreement, begin with, would you agree that we both want the best outcome for this project? 6. Let the other person do a great deal of the talking. People like to feel heard. Allow them to express their thoughts and ideas without interruption. Example, ask open-ended questions and listen intently, such as, what do you think is the best way to approach this challenge? 7. Let the other person feel that the idea is theirs. People are more committed to an idea when they feel ownership over it. Encourage them to take the lead. Example, say, your idea to streamline the process was fantastic. How do you think we can implement it more effectively? 8. Try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view. Empathy is key to understanding and resolving conflicts. Try to see the situation through their eyes. Example, say, I understand why this change is frustrating for you. Let's find a way to make it work for both of us. 9. Be sympathetic with the other person's ideas and desires. Show empathy by acknowledging the other person's concerns, even if you disagree. Example, instead of dismissing their concerns, say, I can see why that's important to you. Let's explore how we can address it. 10. Appeal to the nobler motives. Most people want to feel that they're acting out of good intentions. Appeal to their sense of morality or higher purpose. Example, say, I know you care about doing what's best for the team, and this decision will really benefit everyone. 11. Dramatize your ideas. Present your ideas in a way that captures attention and sparks interest. Example, if you're proposing a new initiative, use visuals or compelling examples to illustrate the impact. 12. Throw down a challenge. People are motivated by challenges. Present a task as an opportunity to prove their capabilities. Example, say, let's see if we can beat our previous record. Part 4. Be a leader, how to change people without giving offense or arousing resentment. 1. Begin with praise and honest appreciation. Starting with praise softens the impact of any subsequent critique. People are more likely to be receptive to feedback when it's framed in a positive way. Example, when giving feedback, start with, I really appreciate how committed you've been to this project. Your dedication stands out. 2. Call attention to people's mistakes indirectly. Instead of pointing out mistakes directly, guide the conversation in a way that allows the person to recognize the error themselves. Example, instead of saying, you missed an important detail, try, have you had a chance to double-check that last section? There might be something worth revisiting. 3. Talk about your own mistakes before criticizing the other person. Admitting your own mistakes creates a sense of equality and shows humility. It also makes the other person more open to hearing feedback. Example, before giving a colleague feedback on missed deadlines, say, I know I've also struggled with managing deadlines in the past, so I understand how challenging it can be. 4. Ask questions instead of giving direct orders. People are more likely to respond positively to suggestions phrased as questions rather than direct commands. Example, instead of saying, fix this report by tomorrow, ask, could we make some updates to this report by tomorrow? 5. Let the other person save face. No one likes to feel embarrassed or humiliated. When addressing mistakes, do so in a way that preserves the other person's dignity. Example, if a team member makes a mistake during a meeting, avoid calling them out publicly. Instead, address the issue privately to maintain their self-esteem. 6. Praise the slightest improvement and praise every improvement. Even small progress should be acknowledged. Frequent praise encourages continued improvement and helps build confidence. Example, if a colleague improves their performance, even slightly, say, "I noticed you've been really focused on meeting deadlines lately. Great job." 7. Give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. When you give someone a positive reputation to live up to, they're more likely to strive to meet those expectations. Example, say to a colleague, "You've always been known for your thoroughness. I'm confident you'll handle this project with the same attention to detail." 8. Use encouragement, make the fault seem easy to correct. When giving feedback, frame the issue as something easily fixable. This makes the person feel capable of improving. Example, instead of saying, "Your report is full of errors," try, "With a few quick edits, this report will be perfect." 9. Make the other person happy about doing the thing you suggest. Frame requests in a way that makes the other person feel good about completing the task. People are more motivated when they feel positive about what they're doing. Example, instead of saying, "You need to finish this by Friday," try, "If we can get this done by Friday, we'll be ahead of schedule and can relax over the weekend." In conclusion, the principles outlined in How to Win Friends and Influence People revolve around empathy, sincerity, and understanding. By applying these timeless lessons, you can build meaningful relationships, earn trust, and positively influence others in both personal and professional settings. The key is to focus on genuine interest in others, respect their perspectives, and communicate in ways that make them feel valued and appreciated. By doing so, you'll create lasting connections and establish yourself as a person others are drawn to, both as a friend and a leader.